Minister Bill Morneau at today's photo op with some of Canada's future workforce. The Liberals promised an innovation budget to help tailor graduates for work in Canada's tech sector. The industry is key to Canada's prosperity. But how much can a cash-strapped government really deliver? Our David Cochrane found some answers.
All right, so how many desks are we looking at up here?
They're about 58 desks are going to be up here.
This space will soon be home to the next wave of Wave, a Toronto-based company that builds financial services apps for small businesses. Dozens of new high-tech workers will join the 150 who already work one floor below, if Wave can find the people it needs.
That's our number one challenge, is it's very, very hard to find highly skilled workers within this environment.
Wave isn't the only tech company on a never-ending hunt for talent. Experts in this field agree that by 2020, it will face a shortage of 220,000 workers. It's an enormous opportunity, but also a significant challenge. Technology is creating new jobs almost as fast as it's destroying old ones. Automation is eliminating jobs rapidly at every level of the economy, where even the McJob is being done by a machine. Some projections are that 40% of existing jobs will disappear over the next decade.
Technology has always been disruptive. What's changed this time around is the speed at which it's happening.
Economist Craig Alexander says the workplace is changing faster than the labor market or the education system can adapt.
So we have a situation where we have people without jobs, and we have jobs without people.
220,000 jobs without people by 2020, in one of the few sectors that reliably offers good jobs at a good wage. Canada simply isn't training enough people to fill the jobs that are out there, and many that do have the skills leave. The industry says that 80% of computer science graduates from the University of Waterloo take jobs in the United States, lured away by the giants of Silicon Valley.
Tech and innovation is at the center of wealth generation, and it's important that we get this correct if we want to be a prosperous country.
Getting it correct in this budget means, among other things, more federal investment in co-op programs for tech students and graduates.
Need more good people too.
To get them into the workforce and forge a connection with companies like Wave, to keep them in Canada and allow Canadian companies to grow.
That's where generation of tax revenue comes from, and that's ultimately how we'll fund the social programs that we enjoy in this country.
Tapping that opportunity is crucial for a government trying to break a cycle of low economic growth. But this isn't just an economic problem, it's also a social one. As technology wipes out the old jobs, many of the workers it displaces don't have the skills they need to get the new jobs.
Workers that get displaced very quickly, and then they have a hard time getting back into the labor market as things have changed rapidly.
I'm confident it will help Canadians to get the skills they need in a challenging economic environment.
The finance minister has promised a budget that will help Canadians deal with those challenges. But for weeks now, the government has been trying to downplay expectations for this so-called innovation budget. One senior government official told CBC News it will be a down payment on the innovation agenda rather than a fully formed plan. The government has already announced steps to fast-track the entrance of high-tech workers into the country, and the Prime Minister has personally voiced his support for lifelong technical training.
We need to do a lot better job of getting young people to understand what coding is.
But the government already spent big on infrastructure and child benefits in its first budget, and tight finances have scaled back its ability to deliver the full suite of training and retention programs companies like Wave are looking for, making it tough to close that 220,000 job gap by 2020.
I think the consequences are very much that the technology companies here will not grow at the pace in which they could. And that has a detrimental impact on the economy. These are very high-paying jobs. If we can find the talent somewhere else, we might open a second location in the U.S. market or in a European market, and those jobs will not go to Canadians.
And that's the dilemma the government faces as it prepares to deliver its second budget. Can a budget short on new spending foster the innovation boom the country needs? And will it be enough to make sure the next great Canadian tech company stays in Canada. David Cochran, CBC News, Ottawa.